So I was debating whether to start this video wearing this. You know what, I thought let's just go for it. If I need to take like a short break between my rinsing out my deep conditioner to my styling, then I'll put this on my head in between just to soak up the drips, otherwise I'll be dripping everywhere. So that's why I have this on my head. I have shampooed, conditioned and deep conditioned today. This is how the hair is looking. And I have my spray bottle, so there's just water in here just to re-wet my hair for when it starts drying out. I'm doing a wash and go video today, and I'm going to use the shingling method, which I've never actually used before. I've never done it because I've just never seen the point, because I just feel like it's a lot of work, and it also makes your hair shrink up quite a lot, which I've just realised my head's in a weird position. It makes your hair shrink up quite a lot, which I don't like, but I do like that defined effect. But today I thought I'd try it out, and I thought I'd film it since, you know, it's the first time I'm ever going to be doing it. I did a video which I'll link above, in which I'm actually using this brush, which is like a knockoff of the Easy Detangling brush, and I'm using this brush, and it actually kind of gives me a shingled effect on its own, but I'm going to actually see if actually doing the shingled effect is better. Let me tell you the products I'm using. I'm really excited to use them. I don't know why, because they're nothing special, but I don't know, I just like trying new products, so I'm excited. But it's the Garnier Fructis Curl Nourish, and this is a leave-in treatment, and it's for curly hair, obviously, because it's called Curl Nourish. This does have like all the, it's not curly method friendly, so if you are following the curly girl method or anything like that, and you don't want to use like silicones and things, then this won't be for you. I think it definitely has silicones in it. It might also have sulfates, I don't know, but yeah, it's not curly method friendly. But this one is, so this is the styler I'm going to use. This is the Garnier Fructis Curl Treat Smoothie Defining for fine or normal hair, fine to normal hair. My hair is fine, but this doesn't have sulfate, silicones, parabens, artificial colorants or mineral oil. So this is quite natural and curly method approved. So yeah, you could probably just use this one on its own, but I'm going to use this first as a leave-in. So it's the Curl Nourish leave-in treatment. It has glycerin and coconut oil, air dry buttercream for nourished frizz-resistant curls. So I guess you're supposed to air dry with this. I always air dry anyway, so that's no problem. Yeah, it's got like citrus protein, vitamin B3 and 6, plant derived, blah blah blah. Apply after shampooing and conditioning. Apply a quarter-sized portion to damp or dry hair. Distribute through hair. Do not rinse. So it doesn't say to apply to wet hair. It says to damp or dry hair. So I'm just going to re-wet it a little bit because it kind of is nearly dry. It's crazy. So I'm going to take some of this, see how it is. So that's how much I'm using. The consistency is very, it's creamy, but it's not too heavy. You can tell it's like not like super thick, which is how I kind of like my leave-ins. Like not too thick, because especially if you're applying another cream product over the top, you don't want it to be too weighed down. So this is kind of a good happy medium of lightweight and creamy. There you go. So that actually feels really nice in the hair actually. The smell is really good. I didn't mention the smell, but the smell is it's really fresh, fruity. It's got a picture of a coconut on the front, but it's not coconutty. It is pleasant. It is a pleasant smell. So yeah, I didn't put too much on there, but my hair feels really moisturised and well prepped for the next step. So next step I'm going to take a small, bear in mind I've never done this before, so this isn't a tutorial. This is just me trying it out. So I'm going to split a smaller section from the quarter, and now I'm going to use the curl treat. This one smells a bit, it's not as fruity, it just smells like a cream, just like a face cream or something. This one probably smells nicer, which is a shame because this one's the one that is underneath. Consistency, let's go for the consistency. So it's thick. Yeah. Nice and thick. I like my cream stylers to be really thick, because the thicker they are, the more likely they are to actually hold the style, and they'll be more moisturizing as well. I'm going to be quite heavy-handed just because these are the only two products I'm using, and I want to make sure that this style actually lasts a decent amount of time. So maybe that's a bit too much. I'm going to go for that for now. Let's see. Okay, so it goes into the hair really easily, which is good. I'm just going to distribute it with my Denman brush. So I'm going to take, it's about that big. Is that too big? I think that's too big. That big. I think that's probably good. And then just pull it down. Easy out. I think I'm doing it right. This better last, because if it doesn't, and I've spent all this time doing this, I will be very upset. The first little section done. I'm just going to clip that to keep that out of the way. Okay, that section's a little bit bigger, so I'm going to use a bit of a bigger amount. Lemon brush to just distribute it. Just one go with the lemon brush. And I want to make sure that I'm really getting my roots as well, because I don't want to end up with puffy roots. So I don't think it should take too long. Now I've got the hang of it. So the time is 1:15, and I've done 1/4 of my head. So I'm going to do the other 3/4 and then see how long it takes me, and I'll let you know at the end. first half done. What time is it now? It's 27 minutes past 1, so it might be 15 minutes a section. Let's see. Last 2 pieces. Okay, wasn't too bad. What's the time? So it's 1:50. I did 3/4 of my head in 35 minutes. So I reckon this is the first time doing it. So I reckon after doing this a few times, I could probably do my whole head in half an hour, I reckon, because I did take a long time, and I included the time it took to apply the leave-in as well. I don't think that's too bad for styling. I am not too upset about that, and so far, like how it's looking, hopefully it dries nicely. So these are my wet results. And this is how much I used, so not too much. As you can see, it's super thick. Really like this so far. So I'm going to leave this to air dry, and then I'll come back and show you the dry results and give you my final thoughts. Hey guys, so my hair is now completely dry. The time is 4:05, so pretty much 2 hours to dry, which is really, really good. I haven't been outside either. I've stayed inside, and yeah, it still dried very, very quickly. Also, another good thing is that there is very little shrinkage. It is pretty much the same length as it was when it was wet. So for day 1 hair, I am very happy with it actually. And considering I haven't used a gel or a mousse or anything on top of the cream, I think the hold is really, really good. So it is a little bit, I would say stiff, but you can feel that it is held. I was actually really worried that my hair would be really flat using the shingling method. And obviously I wouldn't say that my hair is like volumized in any way, but for day 1, when I haven't touched it at all, manipulated it at all, it literally dried just now. For how it looks, it's been flatter, let's put it that way, and I'm sure you've seen videos of my channel. I'll link one above actually, because I've got one in mind where my hair has looked way flatter on day 1. As you can see, the curls are really, really defined, really, really shiny. I'm actually surprised at the amount of shine because, you know, I didn't use a gel, and gel normally kind of adds the shine, or at least an oil. I haven't used an oil, I haven't used anything. All I used was that defining product. I think for a cream product, the hold and the definition is really, really good. About the products, I really, really like this. I think this it smells really good. It felt really, really moisturizing in my hair. I think both of the products are very moisturizing, so I can't really put all the moisture down to this, but I think most of the moisture is probably down to this one, because I think this one provided most of the hold. So I also really like this bottle, and I think it's a really good bottle, perfect for the consistency of the product, because as I said, it's quite lightweight but also creamy, so it's perfect to come out of one of these. It's really like neat and tidy how you just dispense it into your hand as much as you need, and then there's no mess or anything like that. This one is like super thick, as you saw, so it's perfect in this kind of container. I hate thick products that, you know, are in bottles and you're trying to squeeze the bottle, and like especially when it's nearly running out and you just can't get it out because it's like so thick. As I said, I really like the hold from this product. I really like the shine it's given me. if you want to have a really moisturising but well held style, I would recommend to use these products together. You could probably just use this on its own without the leave-in as well, I would say, because it's creamy, so it's kind of, I actually might try this another time as a one and done and see what I think of it as a one and done, but I've got a suspicion that this will be really good as a one and done. This one's like an 8 out of 10, this one's a 9 out of 10. This is like really, really good, especially like with the 98% naturally derived ingredients as well. Yeah, just the smell is the only thing that lets this one down. Not that it's a bad smell at all, it just doesn't smell nice. Like it doesn't, you don't think, oh, I want to smell that. Hey guys, so today is day 2. It's now the end of the second day. So I did my hair yesterday. I showed you a little clip of how my hair looked this morning, and then I have been out at the beach, and this is how my hair is looking now. And I just wanted to come on and say that this is kind of what I think will be the peak of this style. It's got the volume now, but it's now a lot less stiff than it was. There is a bit of frizz, as you can see, especially on the ends where my drier parts are, like the blonde parts, but I still like it. There's no residue or anything like that. It doesn't feel greasy or weighed down. As you can see, it's very light, fluffy, lots of movement. I'm also a much bigger fan of the shingling method than I thought I would be. I thought that it would make my hair really flat and take days for it to build any volume, because that's how my hair normally is when I use like defining brushes. I find it leaves my hair flat for days, whereas the shingling method hasn't really been like that. On day 2, my hair's already got volume and it's got movement and everything. I mean, I think the products definitely have a part to play in that, but I really think the shingling method might be a method that I am going to be reusing. Anyway, I think I'm going to end off the video here because I feel like my hair's just going to go downhill from here, and I feel like I've peaked and it's a good note to end on. So thanks very much for watching this video. Let me know anything else you'd like to see in the comments, and give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and I'll see you in my next one.